Hey Leo, it is Lisa. Okay, good, my mic's on. I have to make sure about that sometimes. With Heart of Inspiration, I'm here for your general August 2020 Sun, Moon, and Rising reading. This is a general reading, okay? So if this doesn't resonate, check your moon and check your rising. I've got almost all the signs up. So this month, we're going to do something a little differently. We're going to use 3 different oracle cards to get the general meaning and general message, and then we're going to move on. So we've got the Moonology deck because, well, why not? You know, moon, I love the moon. Starseed Oracle, and then we also have the Lightworker Oracle just to get a nice spread of what the messages are coming in from Spirit. And you may notice I have a new co-host, mascot, the lemur. Went to the zoo recently with my granddaughter, and they had this cute little stuffed lemur. So I have a contest going this month just for August, for the first couple weeks of August. As a matter of fact, name the lemurs. So the first person to give me a name that I choose, okay, will win a 30-minute free reading with me. Name the lemur. All right, here we go. Let's get to the tarot. We're going to pull... Turn that over, and we're going to pull a Moonology card first. So what do we have for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh, Leo, your commitment is being tested. That's the full first quarter moon. Your commitment is being tested. That's interesting. That first quarter moon usually comes, shortly after the new moon. So you've made an intention, and so this is saying your commitment is being tested. And then from the Starseed Oracle, cracked open, rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. So what is trying to be created within you out of, like being tested and tried in the fire. So I'm reading them as I'm going along. And from the Lightworker Oracle, trust in the plan. All right, Leo, this is pretty apparent to me what's going on here. Leo, you made some commitments to your life purpose. You've made some commitments to carrying out the plan. You've made commitments to your soul contract. You said, I'm moving forward. I'm not going back. I'm not stepping back. I am going for it. And this is your season. This is your time to go for it. Like pedal to the metal. Go for it. But what's happening is that there are different obstacles and different things coming up that are testing your resolve. They're testing your commitment. Are you going to stick with the plan? Are you going to stick with what's going on? Are you going to stick with what you know you are meant to do beyond a shadow of a complete doubt? That you know this is who you are and what you are meant to do. In some form or fashion, you know that you are on the right path. You've heard from Spirit. You've seen all the signs. You've seen 1111 and 444 and all these signs and symbols everywhere. Right? You just know. You know that you know that you know, Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, that this is your plan. This is your purpose, and you're going to carry it out. But there's things that have popped up. You know, you may have done some things out of complete innocence that didn't turn out so well. Not realizing maybe it wasn't the right time, or didn't read the room, so to speak. And maybe some of these people that have come into your life and now are not in your life, they came in for a season and a reason, and now we've parted ways, right? So these are the things that happen to us, right? We come into relationship, and then sometimes we leave relationship. Maybe there's relationships you're supposed to be going for and supposed to have and supposed to cultivate, but you've just, I don't know, been maybe a little scared too, or, who knows? But there are some things that are coming up now that are testing your resolve. Are you going to stick with it? Are you going to maintain your intention? Are you going to stay the course? And there's been enough of these things that have happened that you might feel cracked open right now. You might feel like you've hit absolute rock bottom. Now this, of course, this is general, so it could be someone else in your life, but I really do believe that for a lot of you, you're like, I have been pushing and pushing and trying, and I take one step forward, and then it's 3 steps back. 1 step forward, 3 steps back, 1 step forward, 2 steps back, and I'm not really gaining any ground. Leo, you've hit rock bottom. You're like, I cannot do this anymore in my own third dimensional mind and power. And I specify third dimensional mind and power because you can do it with what you have going on inside of you. You can do it with what you have going on inside of you. You can do it with your abilities. You can do it. You were born with everything within you. You've had it for eternity. But the problem that sometimes comes in is we allow the third dimensional self to kind of interfere, right, in the plan. Because we can only see third dimensionally. We really only see the past. We don't really see the future third dimensionally, and with our mind and with our ego. Our egos can get in the way because the ego has been bruised. The ego has been hurt. There have been issues that have occurred. And when that occurs, when we were working with feelings, so to speak, with ego feelings, then we deviate from the plan because we're trying to protect ourselves from being hurt again. But what I'm hearing is when I hear trust in the plan, trust in the higher plan, it's time to put the ego to the side because the ego got you to the place you're at now where maybe we've hit rock bottom. And we've deviated from what we knew we should have done too often. Or we had a bright idea and then it went brrr, and then it was like, oh my gosh, it blew up and I didn't mean for it to blow up. It didn't work. So that's because we didn't trust in the overall plan. And the overall plan, right, was perfect. The overall plan was magnificent. The overall plan was great, but it was the higher plan from a higher consciousness and a higher level of thinking and just a higher, there's nothing wrong with being the grandiose and like out there and bubbly and wonderful person that you are. That's who you were born to be. However, with a problem comes in at as when you allow that to kind of seep so far into your third dimensional ego that you don't operate from higher true self, that you don't operate from a place of higher consciousness and higher thinking, right? And higher operation. That's when the issue comes in, okay? So you have to trust that even though it seems like there's been all these twists and turns, that you're still on the right path and that the time will be redeemed. You're still going to make it. But right now, it's saying, are you going to just kind of give up what the overall plan is? Are you going to say, well, I think I can achieve my higher calling by doing it trudging along on the third dimensional plane? Or am I going to decide to continue my resolve and continue that frequency, like set that intention and leave it there and say, I'm going to look at this from a higher level and trust the overall plan that Spirit has for me instead of leaning to my own understanding. You know, there's one of my favorite proverbs in the Bible. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart. Lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him and he shall direct thy paths. All right, let's pull some Star Child Tarot and get some further clarification. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Queen of Swords coming towards you. That means truth, loving truth, loving truth. Nine of Crystals, you're bringing a level of independence and really wanting personal fulfillment in this month. That's amazing. That's awesome. I'd love to see that. Four of Crystals, that's our challenge or obstacle, potential obstacle energy. 10 of Cups will help you overcome it. One more card, please. Yeah, Starseed, which is the Fool card in this deck. Queen of Swords energy coming towards you, living your truth, loving your truth, communicating your truth, communicating in a loving way to yourself. Page of Crystals, this is bringing you brand new ideas about how to achieve abundance, brand new ideas of how to manifest your truth and bring it in. In other words, thinking from a higher plane. And the Queen of Wands, you getting it together, like you are really feeling yourself, loving yourself, being yourself. Okay, honey, you are all that. Okay, this Nine of Crystals says this is the energy you're bringing. You are determined for this. You are determined to achieve your goal this month. You are overcoming the oppression. Is the Death card. This is going to give you, you're releasing toxic energy and toxic thoughts. You're releasing toxic energy that you have held within yourself. You are releasing toxic points of view. You are releasing the oppression of the third dimensional mind, being in control of a higher being, right? And Seven of Wands, you are finally now willing and determined to fight for it. You're like, I'm going to get this no matter what. The Four of Crystals, that's a blocked heart chakra, I tend to see. Yeah. Two of Crystals, you've been feeling out of balance. This is the challenge. How do you get into balance because you thought it was going to go another way? But here you are. Yeah, this is time for you to unblock your heart and get back into balance in money and in spirit, in money and in love and light. In all aspects, you're out of kilter because you've been pushing too hard in that third dimensional realm, and you got to raise up higher because it's easier there. That 10 of Cups wish fulfillment, it's time for you to put some energy behind your thoughts and your words, okay? 10 of Swords, listen, stop with the thinking everybody is out to get you. Stop with the thinking everybody's stop. Because I think some of you are actually sowing those very seeds. So the season is over for you to stop. Now, Leo, I love y'all. But the season is over for you to stop blaming other people, perhaps, or putting it off on the other people, and for other people to stop kind of talking about you and speaking death over you too. Like, that is over. You gotta, like, that Nine of Swords beforehand can be being defensive. It's time for you to stop being defensive and stop that cycle. Because once you stop it, then we're moving into Four of Wands energy. Now we're moving into this is my life purpose because I'm emoting all of this and I'm not speaking death and I'm not allowing death to be spoken over me. That Starseed says the Fool, it's a time for you. You have everything within you to create everything that you need. Ace of Wands, a renewed passion. Yay! Ace of Swords, a new talk, a new thought process, a new way of approaching it. And the Empress. Hunty, that tells me that you are on your way to manifesting your highest goal. It's coming into the earth, Leo. It's coming into the earth. It is on its way into the earth. It's right here waiting for you to bring it in and birth it. Are you going to do it, Leo, though? Are you going to do it? Are you going to be steadfast and unmovable and trust in the plan? Trust in spirit, trust in your higher self and the connection to spirit. Trust in your angels, your ancestors, and your spirit guides to guide your third dimensional self in the way it should go. Leo, that's what I have for you this month. What a powerful and beautiful reading. Powerful and beautiful reading. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget the Name the Lemur contest. The winner of the Name the Lemur contest. Come up with some original names. Look through some of these other videos because these comments, people have been sending in really cool ones. But the winner will receive a 30-minute reading from me free of charge. And please don't forget to check out my website, heartofinspiration.net, where you will be able to work with me one-on-one and some other resources available to you. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you so much, and thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing this video. Namaste. Bye-bye.